Hello everybody, my name is OctoHobbit, and today I am working on my Word of the Day series. Today's word was Blendure, or I guess that's how you pronounce it. Basically means a mixture. So I decided to use Jinomu's Deja Vu models, which are very pretty. They got a nice pastel aesthetic. It's nice and fresh. One thing about them, though, is Miku's arm is rendered very strangely. Not rendered, but rigged. It just has a has odd bone placement. Meaning that it won't move the way that I want it to. But oh well. I had to make a whole new folder because this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. Don't know if I'm going to continue it, but it will help me to remember to make something every single day, which is something that you guys look for a lot. Now, I guess over Christmas break, I am going to schedule a lot of these episodes, just because it's very hard to, like, produce something every single day. So when I go ahead and get them done, do it, schedule them, it makes it a lot easier on my part. Anyways, onto the piece. I don't care about my channel. Now, I wanted Miku to be more of a darker figure than Luca, definitely. I don't know why I chose Miku to be the darker figure. I don't know. She kind of gave off that appearance. Now, the gravity was bothering me, so you'll see in a few minutes that I do change it. I wanted to give Luca kind of that, like, oof expression, if you know what I mean. And I didn't like the flat hands on each other, so I changed that to where their fingers are intertwining. And it makes editing a lot easier. I thought that I wouldn't like it, but I actually ended up loving it, so I guess that's what you get for doing something on a whim. I wanted this to be a panoramic piece, which, you hear the word panoramic and you think of a long shot through a room. It doesn't exactly have to be through a room. Basically, a panoramic is just a long picture that you can, guess what, pan through. So, I tried to make sure that it was a very long piece. And now the issue here was I needed to reset the head, or not the head, but I needed to reset the gravity. So I had to put them back in a position where their fingers were locked. It wasn't that hard, but you guys saw it in fast motion. I saw it in normal motion. Now, effect time. This bogs my computer down so badly, and Camtasia almost stopped recording, which would have been a big oof. But usually when I like tone that, you can see that I'm changing the opacity on the blur overlay. You can see that sometimes, most of the time, when I fix like the opacity on an effect, it usually helps a lot with the, what am I trying to say? It helps a lot with, what am I trying to say? You know what I mean? The quickness of my computer. Now this, oh my gosh, I tried so hard to get a high quality picture. Half of this video is me trying to fix the quality of this image. Now I did like the resolution where their hair was just slightly cut off, like there. And I think it's right here. You can see that my no, it's the next one, I think. My driver stopped responding, so I had to try again. Now that wasn't good enough for me. Nothing's ever good enough for me. I had to fix it because it was bothering me. So, I kept doing it until I found the size that would actually, there you go, that would actually work for my computer. But would also work for the piece. I like to get very high quality images just because it's easier to put into Photoshop, it's easier to edit in Photoshop, it's just easier to work with in general, so the clearer I can get my image, the better off I am. Usually I get very grumpy when I don't have a high quality image, and this time it actually ended up not being a high quality image, and I got very pissed off about it. I'm still mad. I'm recording this about 20 minutes after I made the piece, so I don't really remember where I got this idea from. I kind of found that website, which was randomwords.com, or randomword.com, and you can see here that I'm changing the video that I was listening to, which was actually Dan Bell, and if you haven't seen Dan Bell yet, I recommend you go and watch Another Dirty Room. It's one of my favorite series on YouTube. Still is, but they're kind of slacking off a little bit, but we won't say anything. Love you, Danny. So here is me loading Photoshop and making a new folder in my gallery, just for this piece specifically. Now comes the fun part, which is editing. I made a new layer to use the liquidation tool. Liquidation? That's a totally different thing. We didn't liquidate anything. We, liquefied something. Ooh. But I use liquefy. I keep wanting to say liquidation. I don't know why. I keep using liquefy, and everybody's like, "Well, why do you use that one if it's not?" I use liquefy because it gives me more freedom over where I drag things, like skin, hair, because you can get a huge tool and just whip her out. And that usually helps me in the sense of being able to get smoother lines. Now in this piece, I got very frustrated because my lines were not smooth enough. And that made me very angry. If you could not tell, I do sound a bit put out right now. And that's because I am. I'm so mad because the quality of my picture was like awful. And you know, sometimes you get a really, really good quality image and you're like really proud of it. This one, I didn't like it, so I had to like get a brush and play with it until I was okay with it. A lot of things that I put on my DeviantArt, I'm not happy with at all. Usually my DeviantArt is just for a place for me to put all the deviations that I don't really appreciate. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't even but I usually stick deviations in my DeviantArt that like they're passable, but they're not my best. Usually the ones that I really, really like, I just kind of save. I just kind of keep them there, not even to look at. I just kind of keep them in a folder so that I know, like, hey, I made this, and nothing's going to happen to it, I guess. I guess I'm scared of somebody just stealing my very good artwork. And that's just because when I used to make, my old casual Yandere simulator models, they would get stolen a lot, and my old artwork got stolen a lot, actually. And I've just been very scared of, somebody taking a very, very good piece of artwork. And I guess I shouldn't be scared of that. I guess that's something really stupid to be, like, afraid of, but it is a good, like, a big fear of mine. And if you haven't had something taken from you that you spent a long time on, you would not understand. But if you have, then you're kind of in the same boat of, ooh, I don't really want to put this out there because I know what people do. Anyways, I'm done with that rant. Sorry, y'all. I thought it would be cool to since Miku has blue hair and Luca has pink hair, I thought it would be kind of cool to put pink over Miku and blue over Luca, and it actually turned out to be very nice. I like these colors together. They're two of my favorite colors, and I'm very weird colorblind to where I can't see colors normally, so it's a good contrast that I can actually see. Anyways, video is almost over. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow with my second word of the day.